all these draft things to talk about. And then the Rob Gronkowski trade happened right here live on our air. What could possibly happen today? Maybe another big move? Thank you and welcome to another edition of NFL Total Access Draft Preview presented to you by Apartments.com. We cannot thank you enough for spending part of your football day with us. My name is Andrew Siciliano, Steve Smith Sr., plus Charles Davis, plus Steve Mariucci, all right around the corner, plus Ian Rappaport as well, who had the story for you yesterday as we were sitting here talking about the draft that Rob Gronkowski wanted back in, and within a matter of minutes, he was back in, out of retirement, and a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers reunited with Tom Brady. How long had this been in the works, Ian? Is this something where Gronk had told Brady, hey, if you get out of there, I'm going to come join you wherever you go?
I don't know if it was if you get out of there, but from my understanding, this was something that Tom Brady told his potential suitors early on in the process. Of course, we know now those suitors, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Chargers, those were the teams that made offers to Tom Brady. Bringing Gronk along with him, getting the band back together was something that was in Tom Brady's mind and really has been in his mind for the last month or so. That wasn't the question whether or not Brady wanted it. He did. It was more of a question was Gronk actually going to come out of retirement? Remember, he has weighed this for a pretty long time, and every time he's been asked, he never quite shut the door, but he did discuss how bad his body felt during the time when he was playing football and how much he hated watching himself on film because he didn't recognize that player. So a month later, that is when Gronk basically made his decision, went to the Patriots and said, I want to come back, but play with Brady, not come back for the Patriots. New England made the trade, got a free fourth rounder for a current WWE wrestling champion, and now Gronk is a member of the Bucs.
Except that's not fake. This is actually real, and now Belichick has a fourth-round pick that maybe he could flip for a quarterback. Just throwing that out there potentially. The guy that was in the headlines yesterday. This made national news, not just NFL news. It was on the Today Show this morning, for Pete's sake, that Rob Gronkowski is back. He is out of retirement, and he is now going to wear 87. That was made official today with the Buccaneers. He is rejoining Tom Brady, and they are getting the band back together. Gronk today, meeting with media on a video conference call. By the way, his screen name is Roberto, and he has a bunch of photos of himself on the wall. Not shocking. Mike Giardi tweeted, ask Gronk about his retirement, and did it have to do with Belichick's coaching style? Coach says all the time it's not an easy place to play, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's an easy organization to play for. That's interesting. Gronk also had this to say. Roberto also had this to say. Gronk says he would have thought about coming back to New England had Brady returned, but also noted in his unique way that Tom was like the appetizer for the whole meal. So he signed or got traded to Tampa. I'm sure Patriots fans would love to hear that if Tom had come back, then Gronk would have come back with him to Foxborough. Here's what Tom is now working with. Godwin, Evans, O.J. Howard for now, Cameron Brate, and yes, Rob Gronkowski. That's a lot to handle, Steve Mariucci. Whether it's Bruce Arians or whether it's Byron Leftwich, the offensive coordinator here, technically calling the plays, what's the biggest challenge for the head coach here?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of challenges right now, but, you know, you got to get these guys ready to go. You got a lot of new names on that team, from Tom Brady to Gronk, and some offensive linemen will be new, and a running back probably in the draft and that sort of thing. And this virtual meetings right now, that's one thing. But they got to get them on the practice field. They got to sync up that passing game with those other receivers that were on board already. So that challenge, it's going to be a condensed training camp to get them ready. The other challenge is to deal with these expectations, Andrew, that are so high. And people in Tampa are thinking they're going to the Super Bowl and they'll be the first team ever to host a Super Bowl in their home city. They have to keep the fans and ownership in the front office realistic, because it's not going to be smooth right away. There won't be the precision that you'll see towards the end of the year with these guys in September or October when we start playing. So those are the challenges for Bruce Arians.
Yeah, they're thinking Super Bowl because Tom Brady, Mooch, is one of 3 quarterbacks since 2016 with 40 wins. All he does is win.